Hey, what's up? It's Lightning14 here. In this video we're doing part 3, the final part of my everyday carry Altoids tins project. And this video we're going to be covering games, school, and the other random stuff that I have on me at all times. So let's get into it. Let's start with the school tin. Okay, so this is the school tin, and in it we have a calculator. This was a pretty good deal. I found this at Goodwill for 99 cents. I was really happy about that because before I found this one I didn't know if there were any calculators that would fit in an Altoids tin. And this one actually does, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, and we also have an eraser. We have some cut down post-it notes or sticky notes, a broken pencil sharpener that still kind of works but I need a new pencil sharpener, and a protractor that I had to bend a little bit to fit in the tin. It's metal, so it doesn't matter if it's bent, and 2 paper clips. So yeah, that's everything in the school tin. Let's move on to the games tin. Okay, so this is the games tin. This one is much more complex. We have a complete Chinese checkers board. These are little straws that have BBs in them that I colored with Sharpies. So we have various colors, yellow, blue, green, whatever, and enough to fit all of the triangles in the Chinese checkers board. So yeah, that one took a long time to make. I had to measure out these lines. There's kind of still an imprint in it. I cut like 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter squares. I drew 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter squares of the entire thing. And then I put one in each corner and one in the middle of one of the lines of the squares. That's how I got the triangles. So yeah, and then these little tubes hold the different colored BBs that fit in the holes. Then we have over here, this is definitely the most used part of the tin, or the thing that's been used the most. This is a card game that my friend Noel made. It's pretty fun. There are different cards, and each of them has like a different hero or character on them. So like, for example, this is the lizard. I actually drew the drawings for these. We made these at a FRC competition for robotics. So yeah, so the lizard, for example, is really strong because it regens health a lot. This game uses dice, so for example, it has 2 moves. Scrape, when you roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4, it does 2 damage, and when you roll a 5 or a 6, it heals itself 4 HP. So the way this game works is you have like a piece of paper and you write down the health of each character, and you take turns rolling to, like, you have 2 characters that fight each other, and then you take turns rolling to see which one wins. And there are multiple things you can use up to 8 people in this game, or you can have 2 people and they each get 4 cards, or really any combination of that. The other cards are the king, which is not very strong. He's kind of a mediocre character. His bodyguards, he has 2 moves, bodyguards and pierce, and bodyguards does 4 damage, and you have a 2 in 6 chance you can roll a 1 or a 2, and pierce only does 2 damage. The hawk also regens, is the only character that has a move that regens its health and attacks at the same time. It has life steal, which does plus 2 HP to itself and does 3 attack. The zombie has is the only card that can hurt itself. It has lose limb, where it minuses 1 HP to itself. Then it has a decently high attack of 5. And the human is funny because it just runs up and punches things. Its only attack is punch, but it also regens health. It can eat food to regen 2 HP. The dragon has a hell of a lot of health, but it doesn't attack very much. It has 2 moves. It has Charge, which does nothing, and that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And then it has Viper Strike, which does 10 damage, and that happens if you roll a 6. So it can one-shot a couple of the cards, but you have a very low chance of actually killing something with it because you have a 1 in 6 chance, and it has a lot of health because it has 20 HP. And the Wizard has pretty high attack and a decent amount of health, so it's a good card. It has Fireball, which does 5 damage, and then it has Ice, which does 4. So yeah, and so yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I guess I can write the different cards, like I can give someone how exactly to make this game. If they want, I can put that in a Word document and link it or something. So yeah. And then I have a chessboard that doubles as a checkers board. I made circles, and each of these little circles has a letter on it. And so we have P for pawn, R for rook. Sorry, kneeling on this concrete patio is really hurting my knees, so I'm just gonna sit down. I'm not filming on the table because it's wet, so we're doing it over here because the ground's not wet, but the table is. And anyways, so yeah, so we have P for pawn, R for rook, H for horse because K is for king, Q for queen, and B for bishop. And then on the back of these, you'll see this one is red, and let me see if I can find one. Nope, that one's also red. Here we go. See, they're different colors for checkers. We have red and black. So yeah, and on the back of this board, we have a backgammon board right there that I also made myself. And so then you would just use the checkers, or the back side of the chess pieces, as your backgammon pieces. And that's why I have the 2 small dice here. And these are also for playing dice chess if you wanted to. Dice chess is pretty fun. That and atomic chess are my 2 favorite types of chess. Atomic chess is pretty awesome. So the way you play atomic chess is when you take a piece, it dies, but it also affects an area around it, like a bomb or a nuke. So if I took a piece here, it would affect all of the 9 squares, or the 9 squares around it. 9 including the centerpiece, because that one gets taken. So you have to play really defensively, and it makes the games really short, which is nice. Anyways, so yeah, that's it for the games tin and the school tin. I guess the only thing left is to show you the other things that I normally carry around on me. So the other things I have that I carry around on me are my wallet, which has some money in it. My wallet, which has some money, couple gift cards, cards for stores, my driver's license, my totem chip for Boy Scouts, even though I don't even use that anymore. Some cards for appointments, my voter ID registration card. Yeah, pretty basic standard stuff, a little bit of cash. Have my keys, which have nothing really special on them, just 2 keys. This one's for a lock that I don't even use, right here. House key, car key. Then these things you might recognize from my graphic design project video. I have these always on my keychain. This is the flash symbol, acrylic piece, and the heat pressed, I think. Another plastic thing. And then I also always have my mini flashlight on my watch, and the phone, which is being used to film stuff with right now. So Yep, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.